Hello, my name is Justin Tran,
My name is Kevin Mai.
and this is our CS125 final project. So for our project, we decided to work on a macronutrient calculator, which tracks the nutrients that you eat from your foods. And we chose this because we thought it was a fun, unique way in order to test our abilities in CS125. So the main part of this app is shown on the screen here. So you have your total calories, you have your total carbs, fats, and proteins, which are the three main macronutrients that most people track. And when you want to add something that you've eaten to your macronutrient calculator, you start by hitting add food. And so you can start with your food names. Let's say we ate some fries, and then you have your your calories. So let's say we had maybe 400 calories worth of fries. So then you have 50 carbs, you have 10 fat, and you have 20 protein, something like that. And so you'd put that in and you'd hit add food. And so now it would show up on your total. And if you wanted to add another food, you could. Let's say with your fries, you had a burger. And so you had a 400 calorie burger. You have 20 carbs. You have 50 fat, or 50 grams of fat, and you had 20 grams of protein. Put all of that in, and it'll track it over the course of the day. And if you wanted to reset, there's a reset button right here, and that's the basics of our app. So going into how the app actually works, we open up Android Studio, and the main thing that we have is our food class. And so this food class is something that we were taught in 125, and it's very, very basic. It's a name for the food, the calories as an integer, and then you have your double for your carbs, fats, and your proteins. And these are just the getters and setters for all of the different variables, which goes onto our list of foods. And from our list of foods, this is where everything is stored, and this is the actual front end of our application.
Alright, so the way code works is on the main screen, which is this screen, it stores total calories, fats, carbs, and proteins using variables, and adds a list of food names and a list of foods you currently have. And so these are variables for buttons on the screen, and pretty much once you start up the app, it does all this stuff. So pretty much what this stuff right here is our software library we used, which I'll show you later. And we have the buttons and stuff. And then so what the reset button does basically is to reset it, we just make the list of foods and food names as the new string, our new array list of foods and strings. And then we have an add button, or add food button. So what that does, as Justin explained, is it just adds a food. And once you click on it, it brings it up to the food screen, which is this one right here. So this screen. And so what the food screen does is it takes in there's already variables holds the name, calories, and carbs, and fats, and proteins. And the way you get those is from the edit text, which we have, which are the ones you input in. And so pretty much before it adds the food, it checks to see if you have every single one. So you have like the name, calories, carbs, fats, and protein. And if you do, it just sets the variables you created, and then it adds the food to the food names list. And then afterwards, it switches you back to the main screen, which is this screen. And the way it updates like the numbers on the screen, is it continuously runs an update calories, update fat, update carbs, and update proteins function. And what those will do is just it calculates the calories, carbs, fats, and proteins every 1/10 of a second. Yeah. And then, so software library we used was a shaking detector. And so pretty much what it does is when you shake the phone, it pulls up the foods you have. So if we were to add steak and then we shake the phone, it pulls up the foods.